Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe to see lots more healthy recipes. And today's video was a request from Ava Raven, or Ravin, however you say it. And we're gonna be making some healthy desserts that are really quick and easy to make. If you guys have any requests, just comment them below and I may make them in a video. So the first one we're making is skillet cookie. Guys, this is amazing. I've been eating it all week and it's so good. So we're starting off with almond flour. It's high in protein, vitamin E, which is a great antioxidant. It's also great for your skin because it helps collagen production. You can use a different type of flour here, but to keep it paleo, I'm using an almond one. And then you're just going to add that into a bowl. Next up, I'm adding in some baking soda, which basically just helps it rise and helps it become more cakey, cookie-like. Some Himalayan salt, which balances your pH and has 84 essential minerals in it. It's a great salt to use. It's kind of like my staple. I'm using some sunflower seed butter as opposed to like a nut butter. You can totally use a nut butter, but I'm keeping this nut-free because I feel like a lot of you are nut-free and then you don't know how to make it. So you can use sunflower seed butter or any other nut or seed butter. I'm using an egg. You can try with a flax egg. It should work. I haven't tried it, but you probably can. Some maple syrup, which is a natural sweetener. It's great for your immune system and it's just tastes great. Let's be honest, it just tastes great. And then I'm adding in a little bit of vanilla for some flavor along with some coconut oil to help it bind, which is a medium chain triglyceride, and it's just gonna help raise the fat content because that way with the medium chain triglyceride you won't get hungry as often and you'll be satisfied more with this dessert. So I'm adding in the dry into the wet ingredients, and then we're just going to fold that together until you get a nice dough. And this is just so easy to do. It comes together really well, and then you have this cookie cake for all week long. I'm adding in some Paleo chocolate chips, but you can do whatever kind of chocolate chips that are like on the healthier side. Just look for ingredients. I get mine at Whole Foods. I like Lily's. I like Enjoy Life. Those are two brands that I like. Just read the ingredients and make sure that they are clean. I'm putting that into a cast iron skillet because we are going to be putting this in the oven, so you can't just use any pan. It has to be a cast iron one or one that's safe for the oven. You could also put this in like a round baking dish, like a brownie dish. That would work as well. And just press that down, and we're going to be baking it at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. And if you want to know, my cast iron pan is about 8.5, 9 inches across. So you can even do two smaller ones if you have a smaller one, or if you have a really big one, you might need to like double the recipe, if that makes sense. So mine is about 8.5, 9 inches. Just press that down until you get all the sides and it's completely even. And then once it's done, it looks like this and it's so delicious. It smells great and you'll see why it's green. And we're gonna cut into it now and I'm going to do a taste test for you guys. Let's go ahead and give this a taste. It's really good. It's not too sweet, but it tastes like a chocolate chip cookie. If you guys are wondering why it's green, if you use sunflower seed butter, it'll turn a bit green. Don't worry, that's completely natural. It's just part of the process when sunflower seeds cook, but it's delicious. It's warm and gooey. Next up, we're making some almond butter cups, which is a twist on like my really favorite ones that I've made like probably 2 years ago now on my channel. So I'm using some coconut oil along with some cacao. It's rich in antioxidants. It's so good for you. And it also decreases your blood pressure and helps with insulin resistance. So we're making our own paleo chocolate for these instead of using chocolate chips. Then I'm using almond butter. You can use a cashew butter, sunflower seed butter, anything you want. And then I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of coconut flour. It kind of just thickens it a bit and helps everything bind so it's not completely gooey in the center and kind of drips out, if that makes sense. So adding a tablespoon of that in. And then I'm putting in a teaspoon into each bottom of these little silicone molds. I got these at IKEA, so I won't be able to link them down below because they were super cheap from IKEA, but you can definitely find them online somewhere or at a kitchen store. But I find them easier to pop out as opposed to using like a paper liner. So I'm adding a teaspoon into each of those, and then I'm gonna go around and probably add a little bit more. And then I'm putting in the scoop of peanut butter or almond butter, whatever you use for your mixture, about like a heaping teaspoon, and then I'm covering it with a little bit of the chocolate. So about a couple spoonfuls of the chocolate, then you put the almond butter, and then you put a little bit more chocolate. And then I'm sprinkling a little bit of sea salt because I like the salty sweet, and you let them go in the freezer. These almond butter cups are one of my favorite desserts. They're the perfect thing to have after dinner, and they're just so delicious. And lastly, we're making some super simple chocolate berries because I love these. So I'm using some leftover the Paleo chocolate. You can use a bit more, just make more. And you just dip the strawberries and then lay them on a baking sheet. You can cover them with whatever you like. I do a little bit of sea salt or a little bit of coconut. You can do slivered almonds, but it's so easy to just make the Paleo chocolate. It takes like 2 minutes, dip some berries, let them set, and then you have wonderful chocolate strawberries that don't have any added sugar, but you get that chocolate feel. They're so good. Once your strawberries are done, just keep them in the fridge, but they make the perfect dessert. You can just have one after dinner, but they're covered with Paleo chocolate. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you make any of these, be sure to tag me. I love sharing your guys' creations. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and follow on Instagram because I'm always posting like little recipes there. So you don't want to miss that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.